Are you looking to buy a new home and you're wondering what are the steps involved in being able to buy a new home nowadays? Well, I'm John the New Homes Guy, and we're going to talk about that in a moment. Let's dig in. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the 8 steps that you need to take in order to buy a new home nowadays. We've created a flow chart that you can download on our website. So again, 8 steps. We're going to touch on each one of them. We're not going to go into a great depth on each one of them, obviously, because we just don't have enough time. And I try to keep my videos down to about 5 minutes or less. Alright, so step number 1 is you want to get pre-approved or get pre-qualified. This is where you talk to a mortgage lender, a professional mortgage lender, and they look at your income, they look at your debts, they look at your credit score, and they combine all this and they give you an idea of what type of loan you might qualify for, what type of price you might qualify for, and they'll be able to give you a little bit more precise information, more than you can get off the internet. Okay, so step number 2 is down payment. Depending on the type of loan, your down payment amount is going to differ. It could be an FHA loan, 3.5% of the sales price, or a conventional loan, 3% of the sales price. There's even what they call USDA loan, that's specific targeted areas, that is 0 down payment. Then you can always borrow money from your 401k, or you could get a gift from a relative. Okay, so step number 3 is narrow your search area. Now hopefully after you've been pre-qualified or pre-approved, you have an idea of the price range you need to be looking in, you know what kind of down payment you're going to need, and you feel pretty good about that. Now you want to narrow your search area, and that's just going to depend on your circumstances. You could be looking for school district, proximity to work, proximity to whatever it is that you want. You may just want to be in a certain area of town. Okay, so step number 4, you just got to get out and look. Now that you've narrowed down the search area, you know a price range that you should be looking in, then you could begin visiting new home communities that you think that piqued your interest, maybe on the internet or on my website, and you could begin going to these communities and visiting and taking a look at their model homes and their floor plans. And very important, if you do a guest registration in that community, be sure to put my name down. When you register me as your buyer's agent, now I could help you. I could give you some advice. I can guide you. I can answer questions for you. I could help you with the lender. I could even possibly, in some cases, we have rebates that we can give. So step number 5, now that you've been doing this, you've maybe narrowed it down to a particular community or two, or a particular or specific floor plan or two that you like. And this is the point where we're going to get a little bit more detailed with that on-site agent that's working for the home builder and looking out for the home builder. Okay, so step number 6 is when we sign the purchase agreement. Now we've narrowed it down to a specific home, and we'll do the written agreement between you and the builder that locks in your price for you, gives you an estimated closing date. This is the part where you also need your earnest money. So you're going to need 3 things. You're going to need earnest money, we're going to need a pre-approval letter from the lender, and then of course your signature on the contract agreement. Okay, step number 7 is your orientation or your walkthrough. Some builders call it orientation, some builders call it a walkthrough. But what that is you meet with the construction manager in that community and you go through the home and look for blemishes that you might see, and they'll take care of that before you go to closing. Step number 8, the final step, is the closing. This is where you take ownership of the home. You'll go to a real estate attorney's office. That's usually spelled out in the contract where it is that you're going to be going to do your closing. The mortgage lender sends their money to the closing table. You bring the balance of your down payment, builder credits back your earnest money, and this takes about an hour. And this is where you actually sign all the loan documents and you take ownership of the home. Congratulations, you're a homeowner!
I love it when a plan comes together.